Have you ever stopped to consider what a woman would find attractive about you because you were unsure of your strengths? Not just the idea of speed dating make you nervous? Fear not, for we know what to do. We have scoured the entire planet, travelled far and wide, and pulled our minds to identify a list of characteristics that a girl will always consider when making a partner decision. Now, men might be quite surprised when they approach a woman who shows no interest at all because they may have the misconception that a nice shirt and a good haircut are the keys to all women's hearts. The kind of guy who imagines himself to be every woman's shining knight in armour and waits for the girls to fall at his feet is sometimes referred to, well, we're going to say the name Kyle. Even though Kyle might be the perfect man for some women, that's okay. The vast majority of them, they just wouldn't really give him a second thought. So let's dive in, shall we? Like and subscribe. What is charisma? By definition, charisma is an ongoing, vivacious, and likable personality that seems to naturally attract others to them and is referred to as charismatic. The adjective form of the noun charisma, which describes a person's alluring and magnetic personality traits, is charisma. Charismatic people often possess strong communication skills, a passion for their interests and hobbies, and have the ability to charm others. Chivalry. What I can say is that women prefer a real gentleman. Chivalry is still alive and well. Go ahead, open doors and pull out chairs. It's not beneath you. And I know that in these perplexing times of equal rights and everything else that's going on, a true lady still wants to be treated like a princess. Now, you might not be deserving of her company if you believe that. Ask the woman that you are dining with what she would like to eat before placing your order, otherwise she'll assume that you weren't paying attention. Now, speaking of listening, give her your full attention when she speaks and look her in the eyes. Consider whether your mother would approve of your actions. Surely she would want a charismatic son, right? Being respectful, attentive, and kind will not only make you a better dinner companion, but it may also help you make a good impression on the woman. Make her laugh. If you ask any woman what they want in a man, one of the first things that they will likely say is, someone who can make me laugh until my ribs hurt. So whether you are celebrating your first date or your 5th wedding anniversary, you should never undervalue the importance of laughter in your relationship. Now, laughter can often be the key ingredient to a successful relationship, as it brings two people closer together and helps them understand each other better. And it creates positive energy. So, what are you waiting for? When you make a woman laugh and can laugh along with her, not only do you show her how charismatic you can be, but it also helps the conversation flow better without any awkward silences. And we now know that women actually find funny men to be more attractive. So, from telling jokes to understanding each other's humour, there are countless ways to make your loved one chuckle. Don't brag. Ask her to tell you about herself and what she's accomplished, and then tell her how special you think she is. Do not tell her everything about you, what you've done, what you have, and how special you think you are. Now, people enjoy talking about themselves, so instead of being a bag of hot air, ask her about herself. After asking a question, keep quiet and just pay attention. Now, she may give you the key to her heart if you pay close attention. Showing a genuine interest in what someone else has to say is a surefire way to build a connection and make the other person feel special. Nothing shows your lack of charisma like constantly talking about yourself. I mean, how will she get a word in edgeways? Share a dance. A confident, charming, and graceful guy is more likely to sweep a woman off her feet than any other type of guy. Yes, I said graceful. However, be sure to be ready because no woman enjoys having her feet trampled on. Many women have said, I would never date a guy who doesn't dance. So learn some slick dance moves that will dazzle any lady by enrolling in some solo dance lessons. And I'm sure you will find it impressive when you see someone dancing beautifully and you think, wow, I could do that with her. Well, you could do it, so what's holding you back? So why not take the plunge and make your dreams of becoming a great dancer come true? Learning to dance is one of the most rewarding experiences you can actually have. Be a leader. Women want to be in the presence of a leader, but not of a dictator. Women want to be able to trust the man they spend the rest of their lives with. Always keep her feelings in mind when making decisions. While your feelings are also important, remember hers are too. Maintaining the focus on her needs will demonstrate your willingness to make sacrifices for her. Start and participate in activities that will advance your relationship. Demonstrating a desire for your partner's happiness will strengthen your bond and her attraction to you. So finish what you start, pay attention to the details, and act dependably. This will show that you are reliable and trustworthy, qualities that women value in relationships. Now, yeah, this may seem like an obvious response, but it might not be that obvious to everyone, you know. A good quality in a partner is one that gives you comfort throughout the entire relationship. And it's not surprising that relationship anxiety and insecurities are bigger than ever due to the growth of social media. Yes, it happens. Every girl does fear getting a message from another girl who messages them and say something like, I think we are sharing the same boyfriend. If you're in a relationship with someone, then tell someone else that you are. If you're not happy, then you should just leave. Any level of infidelity can be extremely traumatic for the partner. Now, this situation is all too familiar for many, and it serves as a reminder that relationships are based on mutual trust and respect. Show compassion. We don't mean what you're thinking before you roll your eyes and say, oh, women love a soppy guy, I'm no crybaby, blah, 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 blah. Feelings are normal. Feelings are completely acceptable, okay? And also that means expressing them, that's fine too. It's not a good idea to have a stone heart. I'm going to be honest, okay? It's actually a huge turn off to women. To be able to open up and be honest with your partner about your feelings makes you feel safe. And additionally, it's a great quality to have, the ability to be sensitive to situations that you might not necessarily think are important. Is your partner grieving over the passing of her favourite fictional character? Now, yeah, you may think this is ridiculous, but a small hug can be very comforting. Showing your partner compassion and understanding, regardless of the size of the situation, is a key factor in building trust and developing a healthy relationship. Smile. Have you ever smiled as you passed someone and they immediately smiled back? This is due to the contagious nature of smiles, which is also true of yawns. Yep, don't yawn, I'm watching you. And I'm aware that there are situations in which you might not feel comfortable with your smile. Perhaps you lack the Hollywood smile, the brilliant white smile. Makes no difference. A smile is a smile, and a woman loves to see warmth, especially in her partner. So no matter what colour, shape or size your smile is, it will still brighten the day of those who you pass. Therefore, a smile is a powerful tool of communication, and when someone puts forth an effort to make the world around them much brighter, it can do wonders for improving their own mood. Be passionate. This one is for multiple relationship related areas. Obviously, we enjoy watching couples interact passionately in bed because it is a physical act that can deepen their bond. This is assumed. Being the person who immediately turns over and falls asleep is not acceptable. Hugs are necessary. Women also enjoy it when their partners are enthusiastic about their skills and interests. Football, cars, modern technology, written works, or even something they don't understand. It can be alluring and seductive to have a passion for and pride in your hobby. It demonstrates to others that you can have fun, get dirty, and are not someone who just lives to work. This can be a great show of support for the woman in one's life, encouraging them to keep pursuing their hobbies and interests. Listen. Although it may seem obvious to say that listening is a good quality to have, as humans, we do it frequently without even realizing it, right? But active listening, however, is distinct. Long-term angst can be avoided by showing interest in a conversation and paying attention to what your partner is saying. For instance, if a girl mentions her favorite flower in the course of a conversation and you decide to buy those flowers later, you will score major brownie points for listening to her and just remembering that small nugget of information. To a woman, I can assure you that what seems very unimportant and mild to you will melt her heart. So please don't make women repeat themselves 3 or 4 times before you pick up those socks or put away the tools that have been out for a week. Women are not parrots. Loosen up. Even though finding the good in a situation can be challenging and life can sometimes be extremely difficult, it doesn't help if you always have a stick up your butt and find it difficult to relax when it's necessary. It is not worth it to get angry and cause a scene if a waiter accidentally spills a small amount of water on you while serving you whilst you guys are out on a date. Just learn to laugh at yourself and not take life too seriously. Learning to accept the situation for what it is and finding the humour in it can make a difficult situation bearable. Accidents, they do happen, and instead it is much better to remain calm and have some empathy for the waiter. After all, it was just an accident, right? So guys, you can use these tricks to seduce a woman and make yourself unstoppable to her even if you can't pick up on a charismatic person's full vibe. Making use of these suggestions will help you project the right attitude. From paying compliments to using body language and verbal cues, it is important to project a confident attitude when trying to seduce a woman.